This is Workplace 20 in the PM. I'm your host, Mr. Sandalka. 7.2 is the budget process, budgeting. I'm going to read through this just to make sure that you actually read through this with me. In order to create an accurate budget, you need to have a good idea of your total income and expenses. To make a personal budget, you can keep track of your income and expenses for a few months. Use those financial transactions to estimate what you'll spend in the future and earn in the future. A budget is a plan for the future, so it's an estimate because you cannot know exactly how much you'll have to spend on every item in the future. To create a conservative budget, you should underestimate your income, overestimate your expenses. If your income is higher than your expenses, you have a surplus. That's a good thing. If you have a surplus in your budget, that money should be allocated to items such as savings or unexpected expenses to balance your budget.
Yeah, pencil.
You know, there it is. Yep. If your expenses are higher than your... I say this kind of backwards, don't I? Or backwards, I mean I use the same word twice. If your expenses are higher than your income, then you have a deficit. You'll need to adjust your spending, etc. I'm going to just type that in there right now. You guys have the mistake. You'll need to adjust your spending, okay. And reduce expenses in some area to balance your budget. To make your budget, you'll need to group your expenses into categories such as housing, food, transport, entertainment. Each category can include several transactions. For example, food can include groceries and meals eaten at a restaurant. Okay. Now, let's look at this one here. Kate works on salary, earns $2,259 per month. She kept track of her monthly expenses for 6 months. Okay? Use this information to calculate her average expenses in each category for the 6-month period. Now, I'm going to go through one of them. The first one, you don't even have to do any calculations. What is her average rent? It's always $450, okay? So I'm going to just put this. So that one's $450, nothing needed to do there. I'll go through the first one with you. Utilities like phone, cable, internet. She must have a package or something like this, but she has some reason, maybe she orders movies some months or something like that, it goes up and down a little bit. But generally, it's between $150 and $125, but you see one mega month there, $200. Maybe she had her nephew stay with her or something like that to watch bad movies for $15 a half hour or something like that. I don't know how you drive up a $200 bill. It's normally lower. How do you take the average of 6 numbers? If I ask you, you know, like, if I said you got a 75 this semester, an 80 this semester, and an 82, how would you take the average of those 3 marks?
Add them up.
Add them up and then divide by the number of things. So if you want the average that she paid over the month for those, add up all 6 over the 6 months, and then divide by 6, because there's 6 things, okay? So you add them up. I'm going to just put that in there as a little note then. Add, then divide by the number. So divide by 6 in this case, because there's 6 things. I'll let you guys do the first one. And we'll keep the cents even. 2 decimal places for cents. Give you guys a second here. I got to check. Yeah, it's money. You know, with money, always go to 2 decimal places. Only rich people can throw away the things.
Yeah, they can't do it anymore.
I know, I'm broke.
Okay.
Okay. Add then divide by 6. Somebody's got this work done. What's that? $150.83. If I heard the 83. Yeah, that sounds super. Super. I forget. say the dollar sign. 150.83. Now, any of these categories, Zach, you probably already have them done, right? You're doing them right now? You can add them all up and get the averages. Zach, which one are you on right now?
I'm on groceries.
Groceries? Where's that? Oh, you're on the second one.
Yeah, I already do them because
Okay. Tell you what, you guys do groceries and car payments, I'll give you the rest. I just need you to know, well, car payments is easy, but whatever. I'll get you to do groceries, car payments, and gas. I'll do the rest. That way I'll know you understood. Hi there. Tony, I see everybody pen on paper. Are you stumped right now? Oh no, okay. Good. Everybody knows what to do, that's good. You're good on those? I'm gonna make sure before I put those answers up, keep it well answered. You know, okay, well this is good. All six of these, we're gonna take care of you need that. Stroke her up, buddy. You know what? Yes.
we divide by 4 when there's only 4 of them.
No, and I'll get to you the reason why. Add 260 plus 300 plus 100 plus that. Now, do you know what? 94, oh, 57. You divide it by 4. You divide this. Is this month? Is 0 this month? Yeah, I'll double check my month. No, I just got bad math. 17 is what I had. Can't read from here. So what you're telling me is 0 plus 75 plus 350 this, divided by 6. I bet you will. What did I use? 75, 350. Aha! I see my error. I used 50 instead of 45. And so what is that, young man? 93?
93.
Okay, great. Everything else works for me? Thanks for checking my marks. Good enough there? So, okay, what do we have here for groceries? Jasmine, you got an average, don't you? 201? 201.66. 67 actually, because 66 forever. But 201.67, I'll put that down. You got the idea though, even if you had 66. This one you didn't have to calculate, right? Car payment was 175 every month. Gas. Did you guys get $1.10? 110. 83 cents. Old Shindalke's only made one error so far today. Good. Now, who does not understand how to take an average? That is a basic thing that we're reviewing. I need you to understand that. So, what we just did was use the information above to calculate the monthly expenses for the 6-month period. You guys all understand what an average means, right? Sure, this month I spent 90 on gas, the next month 125, sometimes 200, sometimes 50. On an average month, if I bet 110 bucks-ish, that'll be around what I spend on gas. Sometimes it'll be lower, 50 bucks, sometimes it'll be higher. That's what the averages are talking about. Never that every month will be exactly the same. Now, create a possible budget for Kate. If she has a surplus, allocate the extra money to savings. So, she has 2,259 bucks coming in every month. That's income, right? Or salary. So, how do we create a conservative budget? That means always overestimate your expenses, and if you need to, underestimate your income. So, I would say, use round numbers essentially. What would we estimate for her income? $2259.09. Let's just use $2,200, right? This is how we budget. So, income. We'll say we're working with an estimate of $2,200. That way, if she goes down by a little bit or something like that in 1 month, maybe she does, I don't know, some expenses. Always best to underestimate income. Now, expenses. We have all these averages, but like we said, these are averages. Let's see what fits in here. We should always round up, but this one doesn't seem to change, right? So we'll keep it as 450. Now this is, you see, it's went as high as 200 bucks for the phone and stuff like this. And what would you guys say is a good estimate? 150 covers it most of the time, but sometimes it's even as high as 200. What would you say is a good estimate? And keep things to 5s and 0s and stuff, don't you? Like, I'd throw in a few more bucks than $150 to cover most of these bills, right? What would you say is the best on average? Should we use 200?
163.
63, yeah. Maybe 75, 175 for that category would be a good estimate. Now, let's go down here. So let's do this now. So the income is this. Then rent, here's your, wasn't that 450? I'll say utilities. I'm out of your way in a second here. What's a good one? We'll go higher than 150. What do you guys say? I like using 25s and 50s, you know what I mean? Like 100, 125, 150, 175, 200. Is that funny? Anyways, what should we use for utilities?
175.
Okay, we'll go with 175. Now, groceries, $201.67. Over a year or two, would you expect groceries to stay at the same price?
Now, if you have kids.
If you have kids, it's going to go up. Prices tend to go up. Groceries sometimes go down in price, but in the winter, things go up. Lettuce is like $17 a head of lettuce or something right now. Okay?
I'm going to sell this.
Yeah, well, it isn't. It's like $2.50 or $3. Anyways, groceries. So if it's 201 there, what should we estimate for the rest of the year to have a good budget? 275? Maybe 250. I don't know. 250 would be reasonable because it's 201, wasn't it? Is the average? I guess the highest they went is 300, but I don't know. Okay, well, whatever you guys think. So groceries. What did we decide on? I don't know. 250? Okay. 275 wouldn't be bad either. No? Just. And that depends to the food. I guess I put groceries, but I think that included like eating out and stuff. So if you eat out a few times, that really, it's a real ripoff to go to a restaurant, eh? It's good to eat at a restaurant, but you think about You know how much a bag of potatoes is? Like a big 10-pound bag? Not even 10 bucks. No, it's about 6 bucks. You know how many French fries you can get out of that? For the price of a plate of French, like a big plate of French fries, you could buy a whole bag that would keep you. You could, you know, eat like an Irish king or something like that. Those Irish, they love their taters. Anyways, what next? Groceries, car payment. That doesn't change. $175. Then you got to think about next thing here. Gas. What's a good guesstimate for gas in a month? Wasn't that up and down on 90? 150. She's the budget girl here. Okay, after gas. Oh, restaurants was a separate category. Restaurants. Now, restaurants is something you can do without, right? 116 bucks. What do you guys think? Go up to 25? I don't know. I'm not anti-restaurant, but I mean, if you're trying to save money, bless you, many times.
Oh, thank you.
Was that Seneca or who was the sneezer?
That was me.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I thought it was you. I didn't see you. Entertainment. I'm telling you guys, spend less on money, on restaurants.
Not even parties, entertainment. Well, hard. 325.
What's the entertainment? 180. Holy smokes! So 350 on that 1 month, and then like what they do for 75 bucks? You can't do anything for entertainment. I don't want to know.
You can go to the dancers.
Now, entertainment. 200 bucks then, or what do you say? Or are we going 100 bucks? What was the average? I forgot. It was 116, wasn't it? 180. I guess we should bump her up to 200 bucks in our estimates, eh? Car insurance. Let's take a look at our average. Now, you know there's no perfect answer. 115 though, eh? And that's every month. So that one's, we're going to keep it as 115. Even though I prefer 120. That's what it is. Car insurance. Clothes and miscellany. Clothing, not spent every month, but $93. That'd be a good 100 bucks then. Miscellaneous, what should we use that as? 100 bucks, 75 bucks, what do we want? 75? Okay. Okay. What does she all add up to? That's a lot. By the way, you guys knew that I left the second page for you to work this out or not? Okay. It's okay if you do. I see somebody's. Okay. Anyways. Oh, really? Oh, well. Not a big deal. You worked on the sheet. That's fine. It's fine. The kids are all right. You're supposed to have it. And because I don't have this one worked out in advance because I did not know what you guys would want to use as your estimates, right? Man. Kind of want to drop out since you didn't use that sheet of paper, eh? Okay. Where are we at?
1665.
1665?
Yeah.
Somebody verify that. It sounds low. I don't know. It's a high road. I don't know. No, did somebody else add this up? Raven's a good money man here. I'm thinking it's only about I'm gonna go with 1815. What did you get? You got 1815?
Adding it all up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I added it in my head. It took me a while though. You got 1815? Good. Zach, I can't believe it. My brain outperformed your calculator. You make mistakes once a week only about. So like, right every time, 95% of the time. 1815. So, does that work? Does she make enough money to cover those expenses?
Yes.
Yeah, she makes, we estimated 2,200. And only 1815 in expenses. If you do that, say 385. Double check my math always because I do mine in my head. But that's how much she has at the end of the month to save, too. Now, here's the thing. It's great on paper. And you can do this. And someday you will be getting a job. And you'll think, okay, I could make this work. The apartment only cost me $450 because I'm sharing it with 2 other people or whatever, you know, 1 other person. And you make a budget like this and say, I can only spend $150 on gas. How much does it cost you to go round trip if you go an hour out of the city? I don't know. Is that a $20 round trip? Depends on your vehicle. If you have a gas guzzler, it'll be $40 to $30 to go 1 hour out and 1 hour back.
It'll be like almost a quarter tank when you just go from my red.
Yep. Money-wise, well, it depends on the gas prices always too. So you might think, oh yeah, this is good, and then all of a sudden, like somebody says, yeah, let's come on, let's go wherever, and then you do that, and then you don't think about it, and then you do something else. You don't think about it. All of a sudden, you spent $500, you know, $100 on gas this month extra. You went and blew some money on some partying and stuff like this. Went to a restaurant more often than you did. Semi-monthlies every year. Yeah. So, okay. So everybody's good with this? That's what this is all about here. It's not that big a deal, this budgeting process thing. You guys, that's the lesson. I gave you guys the time to work through this. Robespierre.